Hey guys, let's jump right into it. I'm primarily a solo player, my focus is solo bass design, but I wanted to take my core ideas and apply them to a small group bass. I'm going to show you the layout first and Fortify. I'll let this run, just follow along and it shouldn't be too tricky. I think in my best basses I have two main strategies. First, design should be modular, which means that you should have many smaller loot rooms instead of just one main loot room. When bases get too large, they don't really scale efficiently in terms of protection versus cost. A simple example, let's say you build one main loot room and it has 12 C4 worth of protection. That one loot room is going to be much more expensive to protect than two loot rooms each with 6 C4 of protection would be. So keep that in mind. While it may be more convenient just to have one main loot room, it's going to be much more expensive to do that. My second main strategy is to have your primary tool cupboard be external. You see that in this base layout, there are 4 external tool cupboards. One of those will be the main tool cupboard. Each of the 4 tool cupboards is going to have 6 C4 worth of protection. Now that may not seem like a lot of protection for a main tool cupboard in a base this size, but it actually has a number of advantages. First, since there are 4 tool cupboards, raiders are only going to have a 1 in 4 chance of getting your main one on the first try. And second, raiders are very unlikely to actively target your tool cupboards or just find them by chance. Since the external tool cupboards have no doors on them, a raider knows they're not going to get any loot out of targeting them. If a raider wants to grief you, if they get lucky they could do it with 6 C4, but they might have to take as much as 24 C4, which is a lot. Most raiders will not be willing to use between 6 and 24 C4 just to grief you with no chance at all of finding loot. Griefing is often done as an afterthought. Raiders will attack you for your loot, they'll find your tool cupboard anyway, just blasting into the center of your base, and so they'll grief you. That will not happen with this base design. A raider is going to have to actively target your external tool cupboards to do that. And finally, because this is a slightly unusual tactic, raiders might believe that your primary tool cupboard is still in the center of this base. So it might take them a while to figure out where your tool cupboard actually is. So I've just let this video run as I've been speaking. If you're in the market for a small group base, you probably have some experience anyway, so I don't think you'll have a problem building this. I felt that my narration was better spent trying to convince you why you should actually go for this base, and not just how to build it. So here's the total cost. It's not exactly budget, but I think you get a lot for what you spend. Let me show you a second variation though that can save you 50,000 stone. If you like the idea, but this seemed a little bit much for you. Simply remove the third layer of honeycomb around the loot rooms and you will save 50,000 stone. I'll run through a quick layout of each floor. Now let me show you what this base looks like in game. It has a large footprint. Your neighbors are going to see you, they're going to know that you're a serious group. When I'm standing at the base of the wall here, I can immediately tell that I can be shot from the roof. Often you'll see roof layouts where you can't actually shoot down to the base of your own walls. That can encourage people to door camp you, but I know I would never door camp this base. So let's take a look inside. One thing I want you to notice in this walkthrough is how spacious this base feels on the inside. There's space in this courtyard here for 2 large furnaces. There are drop boxes. I'll walk through each of the loot rooms. The loot rooms are very well protected, but still very easy to get to. Because of the recent update, it's very easy now to fit 4 large boxes in a 1x1. Because of the double doors, you can have multiple people gearing up at the same time from one loot room. But you could also easily have one or two main leaders get all the gear you're going to use for a raid or a PvP mission and put it in the drop boxes next to the large furnaces. There's so much open space in this base layout where you can have all of your group members meet and gear up and talk and plan a mission. As I've been showing you, you have 4 exits to the outside. Raiders can't bottle you up as easily because they have to worry about all 4 of your doors. Let's take a look at the rest of the floors. You have another large open space here that serves multiple purposes. There's nothing of value on your second or third floors. You can use this as another very nice meeting ground though for your group to get together and plan out a raid or gear up. The openness is going to make it very difficult for raiders to boost up. That's true for this next level as well, and additionally we have more loot rooms. I just want to emphasize again, and hopefully this is coming across in the walkthrough, what a spacious and comfortable and user-friendly base this is. You're not going to get lost in your own base. You're not going to have 3 or 4 guys squeezing through a doorway in a triangle foundation. You'll really be able to enjoy immersive group play. You can have 10 guys gathered around a campfire discussing tactics. And none of this compromises security at all because of my 2 main base features, the main external tool cupboard and the modular loot rooms. On the roof here we have another little room. You can easily fit some beds in here, and there are some boxes for some weapons, some bolt action rifles. Set the roof up how you like, of course, but the way I've set it up is nice in that you can shoot at the base of your walls, you can shoot in front of all of your doors. I hope you enjoyed the base, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave you with some quick footage of me running from the roof down to the ground outside to show you how easy again it is to move through this base. Make sure to leave a comment below, especially if you have constructive feedback. I'm always looking to refine my base designs. So I'll see you next time, thank you for watching.